Good afternoon, everybody. This is Crystal with Crystal's Creations Wyckoff. How are you guys all doing? Good, I hope. So, the other day I started making some color swatches, and I got this idea from Nicole Spohr. So if you guys don't watch her, I recommend you watch her because she's really cool and awesome. And I think I'm going to tag her in my YouTube video today. See if it'll let me. But anyways, I started with Gina K's inks since I don't have a lot of hers. So I did hers on her circle die, and I had posted in her on her Facebook group the other day, and then I realized I was like, oopsie, I had used this tag, which is not her tag, and I had used a different stamp, which was not her stamp, and I was like, oops. So I was like, mistake one, mistake two on my part, and then I quickly deleted my post off of her Facebook group, and I was like, because I didn't want to get in trouble from her. And so I quickly started over and grabbed one of her dies, one of her what are those dies that she has, those sets of dies that I got of hers, that a lot of us have of hers, those not layered dies, but a different set of dies where they have like windows and a sun and other things. Yeah, those, whatever they're called. But a couple of that I have of hers have like a couple circles, squares, hearts, and buttons and stuff like that. So I used one of her circles that have the stitch circle one. And I can't remember if it's the set 3 or 4, whichever one it is. But so I used that one, and I used my crocodile to punch a hole in it, and I put it on a keyring. So before I put it on a keyring, I used one of her smaller, for the, I think it was one of the smaller stamp sets of hers that a friend of mine gave me. I believe it was my friend Tony who gave it to me. It was from the wreath, for the wreath stamp set, which I have the wreath stamp set. So I used the small stamp set that has the wreath flowers and sprigs that you can use for the wreaths. So that is what I used. So let me show you guys a darker color. That's sea glass, so it's really not very sociable on video or on camera for that matter. And I think I need to get the ink refill for that one because it's starting to go. But this one is Tranquil teal. That one. How about that one? That one's better. And then I labeled the back of them, so that way I know. And then I put them by color. So that is all of them. And I put my like black or gray, whatever color I have of the darkest. So here's slate. So it's on the back. And there's that one. So that one is on the back. And then I go black, brown, blah, blah, blah. So that is hers. And then here is all of Tim Holtz's. And I have one more coming. Which is, of course, I know a lot of people are getting tired of blue, but I love blue. Blue looks good on me, so I don't mind. So Uncharted Mariner will be added to this. So I've got this organized by, I got black in the back, so black soot is in the back. And I started by typing TH for Tim Holtz, and so on and so forth. And then I realized, I know that I'm doing separate rings for each person, so I didn't realize I didn't need to do that. I can just write it, with a pen and stuff. So on Tim Holtz's one, I ended up with pink, or no, red. Worn lipstick. I think I ended up with red. Red was my last color. I did not go with a rainbow order at all. Nope. Did not. So now we are doing Simon Hurley's. So I have some tags cut out. I've made my own tags. I did not buy any tags off of Simon Says stamps or anything. I just did my own. And I'm using whatever small stamps I have on hand. So let me lower this so you guys can see. So here's my tag. I already did Psych. So there is Psych. I labeled it. So there's the label. Okay. So Simon Hurley gets a ring. I am using Simon Hurley's stamp set, one of his stamp sets. So I'm using the one that I won from a contest that I entered of his that he did. And this is one of the stamp sets he sent me for free about a year ago. And this is one that I won. So I'm using the honey and the little heart on a string thing. So we are now on to Guppy, so I'm going to show you what I do doing this. So I know Nicole and another friend of mine were doing this, and they had lines on their tags, and they were doing like 3 different shapes of some sort, but I'm just doing 2. I'm like, I don't need 3. I mean, you guys can do 3, I guess, if you want, but I'm like, I guess I really don't need 3. But if you want to do 3, you can. But I realize that this honey is not solid, and I should have did a different picture, so I might pick something different. I don't know. So I'm using Guppy, and I usually go in and do twice for each color. Sometimes 3 times, depending how it looks. So we shall see. So that looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty solid. I mean, not solid in the middle, but it looks pretty orange. You can tell it looks orange. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe this off because we don't want our orange transferring, and we're just going to leave it in the same spot that it's in. We're not going to move it. And then, I don't know if you guys can see, I have my board marked. I have a pin mark here, here, and here. That's where I know where I need to put my tag. So we're going to put that down. And then I'm going to take my label maker here. And then we're going to type in Guppy. I hate this. I have to constantly hit that thing so I don't type all caps. So we're going to find U, and then P, Y, Guppy. So earlier when I was doing this, when I was doing Tim Holtz's colors on one of his, oh, which one was I typing earlier? I can't remember which one it was. Oh, what color was it? It was one that had a V in it. Oh, it was Victorian Velvet. I accidentally typed, Victorian Velvet instead of Velvet. I got the Y mixed up with a V, and I'm like, why did I do that? Oh, and then another thing I do, I cut off the extra white edges on here, and I notice they waste a lot of white on these label makers. On when they make the white or even on the clear for that matter. I don't know if you guys notice that when you type your stuff for your labels, when you do your label makers, I'm losing my fingernails, you guys, but have you noticed that extra space on both sides of your label when you type out your words, like say guppy or whatever you're typing? There's a lot of extra white or whatever left, and I'm like, that could be used for extra stuff. So it's like, you don't need to waste it. I'm just saying. That's just my theory. So now we're going to move on to Piggyback. And then I'll probably do one more, and then this will be a short video. Okay? I'll try not to bore you to pieces. And then you can see how I'm doing mine. Because just like Nicole and my other friend, you know, I agree. I've had my color swatches tucked away in a notebook. And how many of us, you know, our color swatches tucked away in a notebook? We forget to look. Yeah, show of hands. I'd like to see in a comment section, you know, you have them in a notebook. And how many of us forget to look in a notebook? I do. Because I'm not looking in my notebook for my color swatches because I keep forgetting. I always forget. And so when Nicole Spohr gave us this idea, I thought, oh, how awesome. If these are hanging on my pegboard, I have access. I can see them all the time, and I will know that they're there. I'm like, yay, what a clever idea and a good solution. So now I will always see my color swatches, and I'll be able to see what colors I have and what I can use. Like when I was doing Tim Holtz's colors earlier for the past couple of days, I just stamped one of them called Weathered Wood, and I was like, why haven't I not used this color? This is such a pretty color. And I told my daughter earlier, I thought it looked blue, and she's like, no mom, it's gray. And I'm like, no, it looks more blue to me, but, or bluish gray, but I thought it looked blue, but I don't know. Okay, so this one is Piggyback. So it's a really light pink. So P-I-G, Piggy, and it's all one word, right? Yep. B-A-C-K. And we're gonna print. And I just put in a new cartridge today. I got a while back, I think I got like a 5 or 6 pack of label things off of Amazon a while ago, and I think I have 1 or 2 more left. So see what I mean, guys? Look, see that much space of white left, then you have that much space on both sides. To me, I think that's just waste. Which they could easily, I wish there was a way to put it back in the machine, but we can't. So I always cut the extra off, and I feel like I'm wasting it. But if it's, you have like an extra long word, a color, like, you know, a new color coming, you know, like Uncharted Mariner, like some of those long ones, you gotta try and make it really short and be able to fit it on the back of your tag. And sometimes I have to go diagonal because you want everything to fit. So there is Piggyback. So now we're going to put this one, and now we're going to go on to Prom Queen, and this will be our last one, so now you will know that this is what I'm doing, okay? So this will kind of give you guys an idea on how you can do your color, and we wipe that off, right? So let's make sure I have this aligned right. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how I did it. So we're on to Prom Queen. I wasn't going to do a video today, because I feel like I've been doing so many the past couple of days. And then I thought, oh, why not? Why not? Let's do one more. And then Saturday, for my live on Saturday, I will be doing a Christmas card because it's Christmas in July. So I just thought I'd let you guys know in advance. I will have to look through my Christmas stash, but I'll probably be doing something new that I got from that one gal. So this is my label maker. I got it at a yard sale. It's a Dymo letter tag. I don't know. I don't think it's a brother. No, it's not a brother. It's just a Dymo. Just a Dymo. Oh, I could have used that P. Why did I get rid of the P? Oh well. That's okay. Alright, so Prom Queen. I'm not going to capitalize the Q. We're just going to keep it tiny. At least this thing doesn't have spell check. It doesn't underline and say, oh, but it does have other things like format settings. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I didn't see that. Insert? What can I insert? I didn't even notice all this stuff. I'll have to play around with this. Oh, and I can upload. Oh. Files. Oh my gosh, you guys. I didn't even notice this machine had all this stuff. Wow, how interesting. Huh. Something new to learn. To learn about my label maker. Okay, print. Gosh, and I went to school to become an administrative assistant, and I still don't know how to use this thing. They didn't teach us how to use a label maker. They taught us 10 key and accounting 101 and all that fun stuff, but they didn't teach us how to use a label maker. They taught us useless math, that's for sure. Like totally senseless, useless math they taught us. I mean, to be an administrative assistant, the math that they taught us was more for construction workers. It's like, okay, you want us to take this math that had nothing to do with administrative assistant. It's like, why are we taking math for somebody who is going to be a construction worker that can really utilize this type of math? It's like, don't make the next set of students that are going to go in for their associates of applied science to, you know, to get their associate's degree in administrative assistance and make them take construction math. It's like ridiculous. Yeah, that was some hard math, I tell you. So there is Prom Queen, and that one is done. And that is one of our shortest videos I've done yet. So that's it, guys. So I will talk to you later. So that's how you do color taggy on a keychain, color swatches. Or you can do circles, any shape you want on a color, and you can hang them on your pegboard or whatever, or on your wall on a thumbtack or whatever it is you want to hang them on a hook. So that way you have them right next to your craft desk. So you can always have access to them. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a great day. Bye.